Welcome to the NBA Coast to Coast podcast brought to you by TheLines.com. Coming to you from the West Coast, Josh Lander, joined by Nate Weitzer. He's on the East Coast, and we are looking at Wednesday night's hoop action here. Got two games on the playoff slate. In this one, going through the Timberwolves and the Lake Show back in LA here. Home team's got to stave off elimination in this one. In the other episode, we also have the other game of the night as the Rockets are doing the same here, looking to stave off that elimination. So we're going through both these Western Conference games. Definitely want to make sure to subscribe to that channel. Don't miss any of the action throughout the rest of these playoffs. Nate, let's go ahead and jump right into your first look here for this game on Wednesday night.
Yeah, like Julius Randle, 20-plus points. You might want to go up to 21 at this point. It says most books have withdrawn the 19.5 that was originally hanging there. But, I mean, first of all, like the guy is really driven to, overcome his playoff failures of past, whereas we saw in Game 2, Anthony Edwards could not really give a care. I don't really trust necessarily where his mindset is at, Anthony Edwards, but I know Randall's going to come out like a house on fire. He's been trying to burn the Lakers for years since they traded him. His last 5 regular season against LeBron, regular season games, that is 23.2 and 11 and 4.5. Do like the assists as well here, adding those where priced appropriately, because we're looking at 10.3 potentials per game here in his last 3, only 4.3 actual assists for Randall. And I mean, he's just punishing switches. Like it's pretty simple basketball. When they take Jackson Hayes off the floor, then the Lakers are switching things. And then eventually Randall can get matched up on like a tired Austin Reeves, or I mean, whether it's Bron or Rui or DFS, if it's one of the bigs, so to speak, those guys are still exhausted. Like they're too exhausted to fight through screens and not switch everything lazily. Because I don't know if we believe JJ Redick will play everybody 48 again. 24 in the second half, but might be close to it with their backs against the wall here. But in general, yeah, after kind of a slow game one, Julius Randle, 25 a game, 8 free throws a game, playing 40 minutes a game. He is always out there, whereas Rudy Gobert is easily benchable based on what the Lakers are doing. And if you look at in the series, he's 80% on paint touches because there's just no rim protection. In the last 3, he's 100% when he gets the ball in the paint and puts up a shot. 11 points per game on 16 drives. So he is just being aggressive, and there's just no resistance when he goes to the rim.
Yeah. And as long as Anthony Edwards isn't scoring 25 points a half, then there should be some to go around, which, we're going to assume that's more of an anomaly, even though Ant's still capable and will be taking a ton of shots. Like, also not worried about that for Julius, who is actually getting, like, he's not even really getting Bron or Rui anymore. They had Luka on him in this last game, in the second half anyway, right? That was the way that they lined up for the guys on LA who played the whole second half, as we know. So I would imagine if we see more, 42-ish minutes of that same lineup out there in this game, right? I mean, we're expecting most of those guys still to be in the 40s once again. Then, you're going to probably see that sort of combination of matchups the way that JJ had it, in the hopes of being able to help off of Ant. That was a big reason for it. Ant was absolutely slaughtering them, and as a result, the sort of one of the plays here was, well, keep DFS on him, but leave LeBron off Julius so that he can be more of a help defender if he's guarding a guy like Jaden McDaniels. Still, obviously, didn't work out, as Ant still got what he wanted at the rim, but still going to have a good look here for Julius in this one. That's where I'd be going for points. My first look is going to be LeBron getting boards as a result of what I just said. Kind of gave it away. So I'll keep it pretty simple and sweet here, which is he's no longer guarding Julius Randle. So that's a big part of the cap here, because he is going to be, I would imagine, at 18, 19 at least, probably could be as high as another 23, 24 rebound chances for him in this one, because he's now playing that free safety role with the hopes that, like I said, they can kind of slow Ant down, because they're not going to put LeBron one-on-one on him if they're going to play him 42 to 46 minutes. Again, they can't afford to have him chasing Julius and getting beaten up on defense when they're going to need him so much on offense. And then it is also probably a smart play to try to have him help off. And if Jaden McDaniels makes them pay, then I guess you kind of live with that, which he has, but it's sort of in every other game with him. So maybe this is the next one coming up will be the off game for Jaden. Similar look for Nas as well. although I don't think he'll be able to guard Nas when Nas comes out there quite as much. But that is really where he's playing on the court, what his job is at this point. And I would just also throw out there, like, the inverse is now true for Luka, because he's going up against Julius Randle, who could definitely bench press Luka like 25 times, probably. So that's the difference in strength that we're talking about. I don't want to take Luka to get that. And now he is playing out on the wing against Julius Randle, at least trying to take away the three as much as he can, right? He's not really responsible for helping off and going to get in. He's basically like face guarding Julius Randle, which sounds weird to say Luka's face guarding somebody, because you would never put him in that position, but it's kind of smart. I'll give JJ his flowers in the way he's doing this, but if you parlay those two together, like, Luka's at 9.5 boards. He's only hit that once anyway in the series. He's not really getting the rebound chances regardless. And now if you do put him in this matchup with Julius, that's great. You can parlay that with the LeBron over if you want. You can get that at about plus 250 or so, and that's going to get you some pretty nice juice back there.
Yeah, it's crazy how few peripheral stats Luka's been getting in this series. Like, the rebounds and assists are both way down. I mean, his prop is down accordingly, but still would be looking at under. I mean, he is a points mercenary at this point. Luka has brought the Lakers to score, and it's completely shifted LeBron's role, like you said. So, I mean, I can't believe this is the price we're talking about. I think we opened the series with 6.5 boards for LeBron and hitting that over for plus money. But now, yeah, he's basically the center. He's basically LeBraymond James, Draymond. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's why I like the defensive stats over 2.5 stocks, or just the blocks if that's not available at your book of choice. 1.5 blocks is plus money big time here, because while he's not guarding Randall, he's still the last line of defense, and pretty much the only line of defense in some defensive possessions where AR and Doncic are getting cooked on the perimeter, and then it's just LeBron trying to erase mistakes. And he is a great defensive player, great defensive mind at this stage. That's how he's impacting the game more, because again, Luka is handling far more on that end. He's actually tied for the second most field goals contested in these entire playoffs. Oh, in the last 2 games, that is. But I mean, he's up there in the playoffs. He's one of the only non-centers up there, and opponents are shooting 36% against LeBron. His 4.3 stocks per game this series leads the entire playoffs, and he's actually gone over in 7 of his last 8 playoff games, going back to the Denver series last year, where he averages 4 stocks in that span. His usage rate continues to decline. We're talking about the lowest usage combined with assist rate in his playoff career by a long shot here. And really the only under in terms of the defensive stats was the cakewalk win in game 2, where, like I said, the Wolves just could not give a care, like, other than Julius Randle. LeBron still got 2 stocks, but the Wolves are coming now at this point. There's probably not going to be a ton of Rudy Gobert. There's going to be a ton of guys attacking the basket and challenging this Lakers defense. And LeBron, again, is going to use those quick hands and probably continue this run where he has 10 stocks over the last 2 games.
Yeah, really, really good find here, and a really good call too. I can see we kind of see the same thing here from the way that this series has gone, and the way the last game specifically went, where JJ just said, "Screw it, we're just going with these guys," and that has shifted the way that they play defense, the way that they match up. Everything changes, and as long as we can, reasonably depend on them, maybe not playing 24 minutes in the second half, but would it shock? I mean, this is literally do or die now. Instead of just put yourselves in an insurmountable hole. That was the loss in game 5. Game 4 rather. This is now like, you lose, you go home. So yeah, LeBron's going to play till the wheels fall off, and he's going to be playing in a way that will sort of hopefully save some of his stamina for offense, like we keep saying. That leads to off-ball defensive stats that you want to take for LeBron. So I'm going to close it out here and go to Rui for similar reasons we're talking about here, and he gets the Rudy Gobert matchup. So I'm going to take him for over 13.5 points. I think it's worth a sprinkle on 3+3s for him. It's too juiced to go over 1.5 at this point. But if you did want to get 3+ for about plus 170 is the best that I could find, then I think that's a good look as well, at least for, like I said, maybe a half U there. And what I'm looking at with Rudy is, once again, Rui. I'm just going to keep happening, right? It's Rui. If I say Rudy, I mean Rui. But that's what the cap is based on, is that the Frenchman here, when he's guarding Rui, he's playing drop D, right? We know that. So if we know that Gobert is going to keep playing drop D on a guy like Rui, who has much, much improved his 3-point shooting this season, then I'm here for it, and I'm here for the points because he didn't even have to take threes, although he did amazingly, obviously in this last game where he dropped 23 points in this last game. Yeah, it was impressive what he did from three. At the same time, he had plenty of mid range going on as well that really helped him get to those points as well. So I mean, like the 5 for 10 from three, but then was also 4 for 6, like I said, from the mid range there, and had one dunk as well, I should say. So like he's getting to the rim a few times, but he's not. That's not where I'm going to plan on him getting his points. Which obviously, like, you like to bet on a guy who can get some easy points from the free throw line. It might make you nervous that Rui's got to hit some jump shots for him to get to these points. But the main point here is that JJ has said he trusts 5 people on his roster, and Rui happens to be one of them, and he's going to get a guy who is scared to move any further away than 6 feet from the rim.
Yeah, which is why, I mean, I was thinking about Rudy Gobert unders just because, yeah, like, why would you keep him out there if you're Chris Finch? Like, that's why JJ goes with 5 shooting threats, right? Including Rui at the 5. And just like, it's another situation like, we can guard you, Gobert, but you have to come out here and guard us, and you're not comfortable with that. So yeah, it's a problem for him staying on the floor. I think it's 16.5 points and rebounds for Gobert if you want to go under. I noticed none of us, no best bets here in terms of sides or totals in this series, and that's been the case really all series. It's just like you just don't know where the motivations are at. I was looking at live betting that game on Sunday, and it just fluctuated so wildly every which way. And I was just like, I would have been wrong like 3 different times. Like, there's no way I thought Ant was bringing them back like that. And just so yeah, we're going heavy on the props here in this one. That's for sure.
Yeah, like when you're talking about in-game adjustments, this has been an insanely fun series to watch from that standpoint, where you have just like different pieces. And there's some comparisons at times. I mean, people have wanted to bring this up. This is sort of an online argument between Ant and Luka. Who would you rather have at this point? 2 super young guys still with the futures that they have, and 2 guys who could not, rely on different skills to get their stats, their points, and all the rest. And the way that these coaches are using these guys in game, pretty fun to watch, especially the way JJ's coming in just being like, I'm blowing it up, man, like whatever I got to do. So this is gonna be a great game 6. I think I don't, or 5, I don't think they're going out easy either way. So I'm gonna be looking forward to this one. Make sure you check out the other episode we have up for the other game, Rockets and Dubs as well. Gonna be having some best bets and some looks on the player props as well for that. So subscribe to that channel until we see you next. Happy betting.